Welcome guys, thank you for watching this video, but before we proceed, do not forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video, share it to all of your friends, and also check out the description for further information guys. And now, let's get into the video.
Alright guys, so welcome to today's video, and in today's video we will continue our work on the Luffy moveset guys. And in the last episode we had to deal with this combat thing, and it was very difficult, let's say, to deal with it. Well, of course I have scripted everything myself, and the script came from... Wait, another Roblox 0 tab is opening. What is going on? So why are there multiple tabs now? Okay, so I have scripted the combat script for my One Piece game I'm working on via YouTube, so do not misunderstand me. This One Piece game is not my main game. It is just for YouTube purposes, okay? Just to teach you guys how this is working out. And as I've said, I have scripted the combat script for that game, but I have used it for this one as well, and I expected the transfer from the One Piece place to this one to be much more easier, okay? But it turned out to be a mess, and we had to deal with a lot of things, and I finally managed to fix it at the end. But enough with the talking, guys. You know what that means. So we have now finished the combat, and we are now going to work on the GOMU no Mi, guys. So I'm now going to script some GOMU moves, or at least start with scripting some, and let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Okay, so we should, yeah. Okay, so you guys probably know what the script does right here. So this basically checks for the user input and checks for various keys and mouse buttons to be pressed in order to, create some attacks. In this case, the left mouse button needs to be pressed in order to, create the combat moves. And we will now decide on the key for the first GOMU move, which is the GOMU pistol. So, user input type, not state type, come on. Type. Let's do F. Okay, so I have probably explained everything regarding enabled, etc. So I'm not going to do that in this one. But in case you don't know, this is responsible for the cooldown. Okay, so just for you to know. So this is, of course, just a, let's say, blueprint. Okay, so we are going to script this thing, we are going to get this done, and then we are going to create everything else afterwards. And by everything else, I mean things like a GUI which displays the moves, maybe a balanced cooldown, balanced damage, whatsoever. Okay, so this is, consider this as a blueprint which is not completed yet. Okay, so if you have any ideas regarding the GOMU no Mi, then let me know, guys. Comment some things and give me ideas on this GOMU no Mi. And if you want to comment Gear 4, well, that's another thing, guys. I don't think so. So I don't think that I'm gonna do a Gear 4 in this episode or in the next episodes, but maybe at the end of the series. I don't know yet, but well, do not expect a Gear 4 from me. A Gear 3 is maybe possible. A Gear 2 is very likely, and yeah. Okay, so let's move on. So replicated storage. So this one, fire servers, this moves remote event, and you guys should know what this fire server does. So it creates the move at the end, and let's add GOMU pistol inside of here. Okay, now we have this. We have the script, and that's basically the code which reacts to these fire servers. So we have this on server event, and it just gathers all of the arguments which have been passed through the fire server. And as you can see, let's focus on what. So this what argument right here, which is basically either this one or this one. Okay, so the first argument within those brackets, and it basically tells the script what kind of attack it is supposed to create. So combat is probably clear. GOMU pistol is clear as well. And we are defining the we are like filtering all of these things out by using these if statements. And let me just, write an example for you. So GOMU pistol is of course one of those cases as well. So we want to filter that out as well. And the code down below is of course responsible to create this GOMU pistol. I also think that we maybe should make this thing holdable. I'm just thinking about it. Well, I don't know yet. Okay, so GOMU pistol. So what is important when you want to create a GOMU pistol? So I have created a GOMU GOMU no Mi tutorial, I think 1 or 2 years ago, and those were the times when I didn't even want to speak, and you guys just had to deal with the text in the middle below, and yeah. So that tutorial back then didn't use or didn't feature tween service. Therefore, many people have asked how they are supposed to speed up the stretching, the arm stretching, and I always told them that they're impossible to do that because they haven't used tween service. And back then, when I created the video, I didn't know about tween service either. Therefore, I did not use it. So let's start with making the actual arm invisible. You may ask why? Because you're not able to stretch the actual arm, okay? You're not able to do that because it is attached to your character. And, well, you probably are, but it is very complicated, and there are better methods, in my opinion. So we are going to make this, or make those arm parts, let's say, invisible. So we are looping through the character because that's the place where those parts are stored. Our V represents the parts, or the part on which we currently are, because we are looping through the character, you know? We're looping through all of the instances. So we just wanna filter out those arm parts. Okay, so let's count. What are those arm parts? So I'm talking about the left upper arm, the left lower arm, and the left hand. So these 3 parts, okay? You can either choose the left or right side. It is up to you. I'm gonna go with the left one. So if v.name is left upper arm, or v.name is left lower arm, come on, left lower arm, or v.name is left hand. So you have these 3 options, and if one of the parts within the character has one of these names, then we want to make sure that the transparency of that part is set to 1, means it is turned to invisible. Okay, now let's move on. The second thing we want to do is that we want to create a fake arm, which just consists of 1 part, and which we want to stretch at the end. So local fake arm instance.new part, come on, part. So while I'm creating all of these things, I just wanna describe you some experiences I made while creating GOMU GOMU no Mis. So as some of you know, I'm a game developer myself, and I have a One Piece game currently, and no, it does not have to do with YouTube, so I have already told this to you in this video as well. And I have a One Piece game going on. It is called Pirates Voyage, and it has been in development for a pretty long time. So not worry, I'm going to explain everything later on. So it has been in development for a very long time. It also has been released in the last year, but, well, the release didn't go along that well. Well, do not misunderstand me. There were many players, and I'm very thankful for that. So for my maybe first game, which I have released, it was very great. But apparently there were way too many bugs, and there were a lot of hackers. And yeah, so they made me, or they forced us, yeah, me and the development team, to close the game. Therefore, well, we had to close it, and we decided on yeah, recreating the whole game, because we did not secure the remotes, and we did not have an anti-cheat system whatsoever, guys. And it was just whack. Okay, so we really had to expect that hackers or exploiters wanna mess up the game. Well, it was my fault at the end. And yeah, so the point of this story is that I created a Gomu Gomu no Mi for that game as well. And of course, wait, fake arm size. So I worked with Tween Service, I think, and I have used more than one part. So we are currently using one part, as you guys should know. But I have used two. So let me explain you what actually. Oh, what is this? What is this? Character doesn't want to load. Wait. I'm gonna stop the video. Pause the video. Alright, so here we go. So, yeah. Roblox Studio has just disconnected from this studio session. I don't know why. I had to save the game, and then leave studio, and then rejoin again, you know. And, yeah, so I was explaining my development experience. So I have used two parts for this Gomu fake arm. We are using one part currently, because it is much more easier. And this is just about the basics, guys. I don't want to create a perfect game for you, you know. So I want to leave room for you as well. So you are supposed to learn and do your own things, and this is just the base, okay? So you need to build your own stuff to it. Okay, so you may ask, how did I use two parts for the fake arm? So the fake arm of my game consisted of one big arm and the hand. Wait, am I able to use the moves yet? Yeah, of course not, because there are no... Let me copy this, let me put it inside of the player. Half is not about number of user input type. Oh yeah, of course. Let me change this to key code, I'm sorry. Let me copy this while this is while disabled is false. Now let me play. Let's see how this looks like. Okay. New. Okay, so I forgot to add the new, but as you can see, so we didn't script much anyway, so that wasn't supposed to happen. So there was no big thing which I was expecting to happen, but the arm turned invisible, and that's the only thing I just wanted to check out. Wait, color free expected, got brick color. Okay. That's the issue. Let me quickly create a weld just to attach the fake arm onto our layer. Fake arm. V port 0. Of course, your port 0 is the port which is the part on which you attach something onto, okay? In our case, it is our upper torso, because the arms are usually attached to the torso, therefore the upper torso, and the part 1 is the part which you are attaching onto something. In our case, we are trying to attach the fake arm onto the upper torso, therefore our fake arm is the part 1. So, fake arm. Now let me test this out again. paste into. Okay, as you can see, the fake arm, so we did not position the fake arm yet, but the fake arm has spawned and has been welded inside of this torso right here. Let me change some things. So I didn't explain this yet, okay? So the fake arm right here is basically a part, so instance.new. We are creating a new instance, which is a part, and which is being put inside of the character immediately. Now, we give the fake arm the name GOMU arm, and we tell the script that the collision of this fake arm is being disabled. And we are setting the fake arm's color or brick color equal to our left upper arm's brick color. Means our fake arm has the same color as our left upper arm. Okay, and we set the fake arm size to a certain size, which is, or I at least expect to make the arm look this way. So I expect the arm to look like this later on. Okay. Because as you guys have seen, the arm was like this way. Okay. So that's my expectation. And we now need to add a C-frame to make the arm move out of the torso and a little bit more to the back, because otherwise it would look like this. Okay, if we just made it move a little bit more to the right, and we want to put the arm in. So C-frame. So wait. C-frame multiplied with, so we are basically using our upper torso C-frame as the base, and then we are multiplying it with some more C-frame values right here. So I just need to experiment around. I just need to see what fits the best. I'm not sure myself. Yeah. I really have no imagination regarding the C-frame. So I really need to experiment around and see myself. Otherwise, I have no chance. Okay, arm has totally disappeared. Where is the arm now? Okay. It is somewhere. Okay. Okay. Be weird. Maybe we were supposed to leave this out. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we were probably supposed to leave that out. And as you can see, the size isn't perfect as well. So we need to take care of the size once again. Now let's set this to minus 0.75 maybe. 1 was okay. Let's check this out. There we go, okay? So it is not perfect yet, do not worry, we are still going to make some changes. But it's better than a part which is just inside of the torso. So let me add maybe 0.25. Let me add 5 as well. And this was alright already. There's still some more space right here, so I still need to move this part a little bit more to the left. But overall, it looks pretty fun. Just let me reduce this a little, maybe to 175. Let me increase this to 0.5, and let's try this out again. So I need to find the perfect angle, let's say. Correct positioning, guys. Here we go. That's okay. That's fine. All right. Now, let's continue with the tween service. So that's the core of this Gomu thing, because the Gomu Gomu no Mi is rubber at the end. Okay, so it is the rubber fruit, and rubber is known for stretching, and the tween service is what creates the illusion of a stretching arm or any other stretching body part. And therefore, I want to show it to you in this episode. So that's one of the last things I'm gonna do and work with, because we only have 9 minutes left. And believe me, the tween service, so you need to experiment around a little, find the perfect settings, let's say. Okay, so the tween service, I have already explained it in many videos. I do not want to explain it again. If you don't know what a tween service is, rewatch all of my series, and in one of those videos you will surely encounter a spot where I am explaining what the tween service is and what it does. Okay, so, and I have also explained all of the 3 arguments you'll need for the tween service, but let me go through that quickly again. So the first argument is the part or the instance or the property. So, no, the instance, I'm sorry. So the instance you want to apply the tween on. In our case, it is the fake arm in the first place. Now, the second argument are some information. So tween info new. As you can see, wait, that's all of the information you're... No, you cannot see it. You cannot see it. Never mind. You cannot see it. So there are many arguments. The first one is the time. So the time in which this tween needs to be finished. Let's say 1. Now, the second one is the easing style, unum or enum easing style. Always use back. Now, enum or unum, easing direction, out. Now, the repeat count, so 0, we do not want to repeat this. Reverse, false. Maybe the reverse option is, well, or could be helpful in this case. I'm not sure yet. I really need to test this out first of all. Okay, but that's it with the tween information. So this basically is all of the information this tween needs in order to fulfill its purpose. And now our third argument, or, well, I call them destination or goals. So what a tween basically does is that you have this, you have a certain status of a certain property. Let's say you have a certain size, okay? And the tween is supposed to move or to change the size from one status to another status, okay? So if you have the size 3, 0, 1, then and you want a size of 5, 2, 3, then you need to change the numbers of the size I've mentioned at the first time to the second one, okay? And you can do the change by immediately saying that I don't know, fake arm.size equals and then the certain size, but there is no transition in it, you know, so it immediately turns into that size, and that's not what we want to do. So we want it to have a transition to make it look like it is stretching, and that's the idea behind the use of the tween service when you want to work with Gomu Gomu no Mi attacks. Okay, it is there to create the stretching illusion, because the tween service basically creates a transition from one status to another one. So that's my definition of it. There's probably a better definition out there, but for those of you who like my definitions, there you go. Okay, and of course, the first status right here is the size of 1, 1, 2. And that's not how a stretched arm looks like, you know? So we want to increase this to make the arm stretch to the back. And we, of course, want to create a transition in between these two statuses. And that's the point of using the tween service. Okay. Size, vector 3. So you just basically type in the property's name, because size is a property, of course. A property of the part. And then vector 3.new, and then the size. Which is your goal, which is your destination. My case maybe 12, so I just want to test this out. Okay, but I can already tell you there is going to be one problem, but I'm just gonna test it out without even doing something against that problem, just to make you see. Just to make you see what the problem is. Okay, so the size increasement is of course going to work. So there should be no doubt about it. But there is one other problem which you guys probably did not consider, and I personally did not consider as well when I scripted my first Gomu Gomu no Mi. But let's see. So as you can see, it moves into both directions. So what are we supposed to do in that case? Let me show you. So we of course need to change something of the positioning. So it is a matter of positioning. And what is responsible for our arm's position? Of course, the veld, especially this C1 thing. So why shouldn't we create another tween right here and call it tween 2? And make the veld this instance and tween this C1 till it reaches a certain status, let's say. So I call it status. There is probably a better term for it, but yeah, I just call it status. So if 2 is 0.75, then 12 is, let's do some math, or math, or whatever. So this calculation could be wrong. Why isn't this working out? Oh, because I need to print it. I could be wrong with this one. Let's see. So let's make it 5. Let's see. Okay, so as you can see, it was okay. We should still increase it to maybe 0.5, but it was able to fulfill its purpose, to do its task. That's the point at the end. And I'm going to explain what the idea behind of this is, and then I'm going to end the video. So let's try this out for another time. As you can see, this looks perfectly fine now. Okay, so there's still this weird movement. Let's see if we are able to take care of it in the next episode. At least I hope so. Not, then we have a huge problem. But never mind. Let me just explain the idea. So you know that if we would leave this out, then we would make the arm have a size increase in both directions. And the idea is now that we move the arm into a certain direction while increasing the size to create the illusion that the arm's size is increasing into the direction which is at our back. Okay, so the idea is to make both of them play at the same moment to create the illusion of stretching. So if we would play this and then this afterwards, so make a break of 5 seconds, okay, then this would still make the arm stretch out into both directions, and this one would fix the positioning in after 5 seconds, okay, and that would be a huge issue because you still see the issue of the arm moving into both directions, okay. Therefore, you'll need this one as well to fix that problem of the arm moving into both directions. I hope that you were able to understand that. So that's it with the video, guys. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If so, leave a like, subscribe, share this video to all of your friends. Leave me feedback in the comment section. Leave me ideas for some more GOMU moves in the comment section, of course. And yeah, take care. See you in the next video. Also, thank you for your overwhelming support, guys. I love you. Now, see you. Take care.